Picture this. It is late on a Tuesday night. You are scrolling on your phone, half tired, half bored. And then you see it, the jacket you have wanted for 3 months, the trainers, the skincare set, the laptop, the sofa. Whatever your thing is, you see it. And then you see 4 magic words underneath the price. Pay in 4 installments. 0% interest. No credit check required. And suddenly, a £200 purchase feels like a £50 purchase. A £1,000 sofa feels like $250. It just feels manageable. So you click. You split it. You check out. And for about 5 minutes, you feel great. But here is what nobody told you about that moment. Buy now, pay later was not designed to help you afford things you need. It was designed to make you forget what things cost. And it is doing that job on millions of people, quietly, legally, and extremely profitably. Today we are going inside the machine. 6 traps that buy now, pay later sets, and almost nobody talks about. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how it works, why it is so dangerous, and what to do instead. I am Josephine. This channel exists for first-gen earners who are building wealth without a blueprint. And this one you need to hear. Let's go. Before we get into the traps, let me give you 30 seconds of context. Because understanding how buy now, pay later actually works is what makes everything that follows land properly. Buy now, pay later. Klarna, ClearPay, Laybuy, Paydi, Afterpay, Sezzle, Zip, they all work on roughly the same model. You make a purchase. They pay the retailer in full immediately. You pay them back in installments, usually 4 payments over 6 weeks, or monthly over 6 to 12 months. The retailer pays the BNPL company a fee, usually between 2 and 8% of the sale, for the privilege of being offered as a payment option. That fee is where the BNPL company makes its money. Now that sounds fine. That sounds like a simple payment arrangement. But the way it is designed, the way it is marketed, and the way it interacts with human psychology, that is where it gets complicated. Because here is the thing nobody tells you. BNPL companies are not payment companies. They are spending companies. Their entire revenue model depends on you buying more often than you would have without them. And they are extraordinarily good at making that happen. Here is how. Trap 1. They remove the pain of paying. There is a concept in behavioral economics called the pain of paying. Research from Carnegie Mellon University found that when we spend money, physically handing it over, our brain activates the same neural regions associated with physical pain. Paying hurts. Literally. That pain is not a bug. It is a feature. It is your brain's way of making sure you think twice before parting with a resource. It is your financial immune system. And buy now, pay later switches it off. When you split a payment into 4, especially the first payment being weeks away, the financial brain stops registering the full cost. You are not spending £200. You are spending 50.
Today. Right now.
The other 150? That is future use problem. And here is where the research gets alarming. A 2022 study found that shoppers spend an average of 45% more when using buy now, pay later versus paying in full upfront. 45% more. Not because they have more money, but because the pain of paying has been removed, and without that pain, the natural brake on spending simply does not engage. The jacket you were going to think about for another week? With BNPL, you bought it in 30 seconds. Because 30 seconds is how long it takes when it only feels like £50. This is not a coincidence. It is the product. It is what the whole system is designed to do. Trap 2. The invisible debt stack. Here's a question I want you to genuinely think about. If someone asked you right now, how much do you currently owe in buy now, pay later installments across all your accounts? Could you answer that? Without checking.
Right now.
Off the top of your head. Most people cannot. And that is trap number 2. Because unlike a credit card, where everything sits in one place, one statement, one number, buy now, pay later debt is designed to be invisible. It is spread across multiple apps, multiple retailers, multiple purchase dates, multiple payment schedules pulling from your account on different days of the month. So let me show you what this actually looks like. January, you split a new coat for payments of £40. February, you split a birthday dinner dress for payments of $22.50. March, a friend's wedding gift. You split it. 4 payments of $17.50. April, your phone screen cracked. You split the repair. 4 payments of $30. May, trainers on sale. Only $120. You split it. 4 payments of $30. None of those felt like a lot. Each one felt manageable in the moment. But now you are in June, and you have 5 different BNPL plans running simultaneously, pulling from your account on different dates. Some overlapping. Some you have almost forgotten about. The total outstanding balance across all of them? £422. That you did not budget for. That does not show up anywhere as a debt. That is quietly draining your account every week. This is the invisible debt stack. And it is one of the leading reasons people who use BNPL regularly find themselves short before payday and cannot explain why. Trap 3. The late fee spiral nobody reads the small print about. 0% interest. That is the headline. That is what is on the advert. What is on the checkout page? What is in the social media post? 0% interest. But here is what's in the terms and conditions. Most buy now pay later platforms charge a late fee if you miss a payment. Klarna charges up to £8 per missed payment. ClearPay charges up to £6. Laybuy charges up to £10. That still does not sound devastating until you think about what happens in real life. You have 3 BNPL plans running. Your payday was delayed by 2 days, or your account was lower than expected, and 2 of the payments failed. Now you have late fees added to both plans, which means your next payments are higher than you budgeted, which increases the chance of a 3rd missed payment, which adds another fee. And some platforms, after multiple missed payments, escalate the debt to a collections agency, at which point your credit file is affected. And that 0% purchase from 4 months ago is now actively damaging your financial future. The 0% promise was real. The conditions around it were not in the headline. They were in the 6 pages of terms you clicked through in under 4 seconds. Welcome to the late fee spiral. Trap 4. The credit score ghost. This is the trap with the longest shadow. For a long time, BNPL sat in a regulatory gray area. Most platforms did not report to credit bureaus at all, which is why so many people thought it was completely safe. No credit check. No impact. No problem. But that is changing.
Fast.
In the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority is moving toward mandatory credit reporting for BNPL lenders. In the US, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion have all begun incorporating BNPL data into credit files. In Australia, comprehensive credit reporting already captures BNPL behavior, which means the BNPL purchases you made last year, the ones you thought were completely invisible to your credit history, may already be on your file, or will be very soon. And here is what that means in practice. When you apply for a mortgage in 3 years, or a car loan, or a rental that requires a credit check, the underwriter will see your BNPL history. Multiple open BNPL accounts signal financial overextension. Missed BNPL payments signal unreliability. You could be earning more than you ever have, saving consistently, doing everything right, and still have your mortgage application complicated or rejected because of a £65 dress you split into 4 payments 18 months ago. That is the credit score ghost. It follows you, quietly, until it doesn't, and by then it matters a great deal. Trap 5. The algorithmic upsell. Here is something most people do not know about the buy now, pay later companies. They are not just payment processors. They are some of the most sophisticated consumer data companies on earth. Every time you use their platform, they are learning about you, what you buy, how often, how much, which categories, which brands, which price points make you hesitate, and which ones you clear in seconds. And they use that data to put the right thing in front of you at the right moment. Klarna has a built-in shopping app, a curated feed, a wish list feature. The algorithm watches what you browse on their platform and through their retail partners and serves you personalized recommendations. But here is the crucial part. Everything on that platform has one checkout option. Split it. The algorithm is not showing you things you need. It is showing you things you are statistically likely to buy impulsively at a price point that feels manageable when split into 4. You open the app to check a payment date. You leave 40 minutes later having browsed items you were not looking for, saved 3 things to your wish list, and started a checkout you did not finish, but probably will tonight. This is not accidental. Every element of that experience was engineered by people whose job is to increase your average order value. The most expensive checkout button in the world is the one that says, "Pay later." Trap 6. The return reversal nightmare. This is the trap nobody warns you about until it happens to them. You buy something on BNPL. You split it into 4. Payments begin. Then you decide to return it. Or it arrives damaged. Or the wrong size. Or it is just not what you expected.
So you send it back.
And here is where it gets complicated. When you return an item bought on BNPL, the refund does not go back to your bank account immediately. It goes back to the BNPL platform, which then adjusts your payment schedule. But the timing of that adjustment varies by platform, and by retailer, and by how long the return takes to process. So while the return is being processed, which can take 7 to 15 business days, your BNPL payments are still being taken from your account, meaning you are paying for something you have already sent back. Money leaving your account for an item that is sitting in a returns warehouse somewhere. And if that payment lands on a day your account is low, it can fail, which triggers a late fee on a return you already made. The return process for regular purchases is simple. The return process with BNPL in the middle is a multi-party reconciliation problem, and you are the one who suffers through it. If you have ever gone through this, you know exactly what I mean. And if you haven't, now you know to watch for it. Let me give you one number before we talk about what to do. According to a 2023 report from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau in the United States, BNPL users are 3 to 4 times more likely to be highly indebted, 3 to 4 times more likely to have overdrawn a bank account in the past year, and significantly more likely to have paid a credit card late fee in the same period. This is not because people who use BNPL are bad with money. It is because BNPL is specifically engineered to make good money people spend more than they planned. And the people it targets most aggressively are young adults, first-gen earners, and people with lower credit scores who cannot access traditional credit. In other words, people like us. That is not an accident either. Okay, so here's the part where I tell you what to actually do. And I want to be honest, I am not going to tell you to never use BNPL. Because like most financial tools, it is not evil. It is how it is used that matters. But there are 4 rules I want you to take away from today. Rule 1. Only split what you could pay in full right now. If you genuinely could not buy this item today with your own money, then BNPL is not making it affordable. It is making it a debt. Use BNPL only for things you could pay in full, and use the split purely as a cash flow convenience, not as a way to buy things you cannot afford. Rule 2. Run a BNPL audit right now. Open every BNPL app you have. Write down every active plan, the total outstanding balance, the next payment date, the amount. Add them all up. That number is your current BNPL debt. Write it somewhere visible, because you cannot manage what you cannot see. Rule 3. Set up a BNPL line in your budget. If you are going to use BNPL at all, treat the total monthly repayments like a fixed expense. Before you split anything new, check your BNPL line first. If adding a new payment pushes it over your limit, wait until a current plan finishes before opening a new one. One in, one out. Or better, wait until your slate is clean. Rule 4. Delete the shopping apps. Keep the payment apps. You can use Klarna to manage your repayments without using Klarna to shop. Delete the feed. Turn off the notifications. Remove the temptation to browse. The most dangerous version of BNPL is the one on your home screen at 11 at night when you are bored and a little bit sad. Remove that version from your life. Buy Now, Pay Later is one of the fastest growing financial products in the world. It is projected to be a $1 trillion industry by 2030. And the reason it is growing that fast is not because it is helping people build wealth. It is growing because it is extraordinarily good at getting people to spend more than they planned, more often than they intended, on things they sometimes do not even keep. Now you know the 6 traps. The pain removal, the invisible debt stack, the late fee spiral, the credit score ghost, the algorithmic upsell, the return reversal nightmare. And you have 4 rules to protect yourself from all of them. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because I promise you, someone in your circle is sitting on a BNPL debt stack they cannot explain right now. And this video might be the thing that helps them see it. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever been caught by one of these traps? Which one? I want to know. And I will be in the comments. Subscribe for a new video every single week, just for us. I will see you in the next one.